Hello, my lovelies. Happy Friday, friends. Welcome in to What About This, an extension of the Eighth and Grace podcast, where we are going to chat just enough to get us through lunch. Not an entire meal, but a bite sized snack, if you will. Think about this as a bestie convo to keep us going through the rest of our day. Are y'all ready? Let's go. Happy Friday, y'all. Welcome back to What About This. You want to know something funny that I learned about myself this morning? I have had this epiphany, this big real life realization that I think the reason I cannot like write a script and read from it or try to speak from notes is because I am truly like a female Ron Burgundy. If it is on my notes, if it's on the paper, give me a teleprompter and I've got to read it all. So today we're just going to say, keep it classy, San Diego, Charleston, wherever you're coming from. Anyway, that's what I've learned about myself. We're on the off the cuff corner of Eighth and Grace podcast today, where the tangents are holy, the rants are real, and the leftovers are honestly the best part. This is where we're spilling the tea that didn't make it to Tuesday, saying the things we're not always sure we can say out loud, but we probably need to. And you know me, I probably will. A lot of the times it's tender, definitely yappy, and sometimes it's a whole ramble, but always rooted in grace. Think of these as our episodes, like voice memos. I'm sending them to y'all, my best friends, the ones that start with, okay, wait, but what about this? And somehow end up covering everything from theology to target runs, beauty, sacred rhythms, and all the real life mess in between. Every Friday at noon, I'm here with you, whether you listen over lunch, in the middle of the night when your brain won't turn off, when you're walking, lacing up your shoes, doing the dishes, whenever. You know it's not polished, it's not perfect, but it's honest. And maybe that's exactly what you needed. A reminder that you're not alone in the messy middle, that the unfinished thoughts and unfiltered stories are sacred ground too. So pull up a chair or prop your phone up on the bathroom sink and let's talk about it. Because, friend, there's always one more thing to say, and this is the space for it. Okay, so you already know this is where we get raw, real, and talk about the things you won't hear on a polished stage. And today we're talking about something I've been thinking about for way too much lately. And I know you are going to be laughing at me. And it's okay because I'm laughing at me too. It's like funny to even say it. And it's funny to hear it coming from me. But I'm going to say, apparently, she ate that. But I'm not even hungry. Okay. It's the phrase I keep hearing, and I see it online and usually like over a trending dance or like a cute little styled outfit or a viral hot take. And every time I sit here blinking, I know that I'm 46 and I know I'm probably not cool and out with the times, but did she? Because honestly, I'm not even sure what we're eating. Like, she wasn't eating anything. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what are we eating here? And maybe you feel the same way. Like you're living in a world that speaks a language you don't always understand. The aesthetic, the vibe, the irony, the she's baby, the soft launch, the it's giving, the be serious, the energy. Sometimes I'm scrolling and think I don't even talk like this. I don't look like this. And I don't even know if I'm supposed to, though. But here's the thing, I'm learning I don't have to be relatable to be real. I don't have to keep up with trends to be anchored in truth, and I don't have to be fluent in culture to be fluent in the gospel, and neither do you. Okay, so we're going to go back to that. She ate that, and it's giving main character, and it's giving main character energy. And what about this one? This one's my favorite. Delulu is the Salulu. Like, what? If you don't know what those mean, welcome. Same. And if you do know, God bless you, girl, because I'm just over here trying to keep my plants alive and remember my passwords. And that is enough for me. So if you feel like culture's moving faster than you are, or if there are times like me, if you've wondered, does my voice even matter if it doesn't sound like theirs? Like, am I too old? Am I too slow? Am I too uncool to reach this generation? But the truth is, authenticity always outlasts the algorithm, and you don't have to be trendy to be trustworthy. Can I get an amen? Especially for my girls in the back that are getting close to my age. And if you've been having a temptation to perform, if you've been striving in performance,
and feeling like you've got to be walking in perfection, I want you to know it is so easy to think that we need to curate this perfect online persona, but pretending is what's draining our soul. And the gospel doesn't need a PR makeover, it needs an honest witness. Insert us girls, even the ones that are relatable. We're all on the same mission, living on mission for the kingdom. But this summer, what I'm choosing to do instead, in the spirit of a fresh summer and salty vibe, because your girl loves to stay at the beach, I've just been paying attention to the women God keeps placing in my life. Like most of them are years younger than me. They talk differently and they dress differently and they process the world differently. And for a minute, I felt like the odd one out. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was like, okay, God, I don't really know what you're doing, but I'm going to keep walking this path because I trust you. But I was wondering, like, I missed the memo on how to be relevant or cool. And I'm not even kidding. Everybody's talking about, like, what do they do for fun? And I'm just over here thinking about a cute pair of PJs and being in my bed. Like, I love my bed. And my bed has a whole moment. It is soft, it has down, it is comfy, it has wool. But the Spirit's been reminding me you don't have to look the same to love the same. And you don't have to talk the same to walk in the same direction. And you don't have to be the same age to run the same race. Even though I may be running a little slower, that's okay. We're all here on the same mission to love well, to be the light, to live on purpose for the kingdom, and to make heaven crowded. It's okay that we're different ages. It's okay that we have different aesthetics. We all have the same heartbeat, and it's beating for Jesus. And maybe that's exactly what God wants, a mosaic, not a monolith. Because the fresh rhythms that are saving your girl right now, this summer, I'm leaning all the way in. I'm going to just tell y'all. Y'all know I like a good list. Maybe this is what keeps me cool because I'm like listing it out, right? I don't know. Well, definitely keeps me cool because my ice roller and my eye patches are the first thing in the morning and they do keep my face cool. So there we go. I'm also digging some Merit tinted SPF because who has time for foundation? Not me. And I have been using a little Oliveda serum. Shout out to my girl, the Daily Claire. Look her up if you need some. My dipsticks and gloss for a fresh face. Flowy dresses that make me feel like a breeze. Slow rhythms, intentional living, and stewarding my life like it actually matters. Because guess what? Spoiler alert. Our lives matter. No matter how mundane, no matter how ordinary, no matter if we have FOMO, no matter what's going on, our lives matter. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all for a moment. Like, on the real, real. I have been feeling like I was feeling so blase, like maybe I was slacking. And I started thinking, like, okay, am I like, do I have like some kind of summer depression? Is there something going on that I just don't know? Like, what is going on with me? Because I really haven't wanted to do anything this summer other than what I want to do. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. I mean that like I only want to spend time with the people that serve and love me well. I only want to do things that steward my time well. And I only want to be around people that are lifting me up. And for a moment, I was like, what is wrong with me? But actually, I'm realizing this is what it looks like to build a life that serves me in this season. And maybe this is what's serving you in this season too. So if you've been feeling that way, just know you don't have to be doing anything extra. Nothing extra. Nothing performative. Just rhythms that feel true. And apparently, but actually, she ate that. I still can't say it without laughing. Apparently, I should be soft launching every little moment. Apparently, I'm supposed to have a hot take on everything. But actually, I'm over here in my cozy era, drinking my coffee, getting ready to fly to Denver for a week of seminary residency, sitting in Charlotte right now, and loving the life that we get to do. And I'm trying to be faithful in the small things. And guess what? Maybe that's enough. And maybe that's where relevance comes in. You don't have to be culturally fluent to be spiritually powerful. Was that like a whole mouthful? Maybe I should say that again. Maybe I needed that. You don't have to be culturally fluent to be spiritually powerful. Like, wow, Jesus has never been out of touch. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Even when the trends seem to change like every 3.5 seconds, he's still the same. Even if what you say is so yesterday, he's still the same. So if you feel irrelevant, remember, he is enough for you and he is enough through you. So today, I want to give us a blessing. I want to say a blessing over the ones who just feel completely out of place right now. I want to speak this over you. You don't have to perform to belong. You don't have to curate to be worthy. And you don't have to be cool to be called. You are already chosen, already loved, and already seen. And on being out of place, it's exactly where you belong. Like I said, I'm getting ready to fly out to Denver. I'm so excited for this week of seminary residency. And I have to tell you, as being a nurse practitioner for the past 100 years, it seems like I felt out of place even when I got accepted, almost like a fraud and an imposter in my own life. And God has had to remind me over and over that we cannot be an imposter in our own story. And I'm so looking forward now to a week of study, prayer, and remembering why this work matters. And as I sit here, the cutest boutique hotel in Charlotte, iced coffee in hand, I keep thinking, we don't have to be fluent in culture to be fluent in grace. We don't have to keep up with every trend to be a faithful witness. And we don't have to be loud to be light. Some of us are loud. Some of us are loud and boisterous all the time, colorful and vibrant. Even when we try to be like a neutral muse, it's hard. Your girl just can't. But some of us aren't loud, and that's okay. And it's okay if the way you worship looks different. And it's okay if the way you praise looks different. And it's okay if the way you pray looks different. You fit in and you have a place here. So if you don't feel like you fit, like you're not hungry for the same things the world is eating, I just want to say you belong exactly as you are, exactly as I am, exactly as we are. And friend, maybe you're not the girl who ate that. Maybe you're not even hungry. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're ordinary. Maybe you're quietly faithful in a world that celebrates loud performance. And that's okay. That's beautiful. And that's exactly where God shows up. And let's be the women who live so rooted in Jesus that even if no one claps, we're steady. And even if no one notices, we're faithful. Even if no one understands, we're still here. And we're living the gospel out loud and they can see it. And apparently, he's still enough. And apparently, that's all that matters. I hope if you've been feeling the same way I have, that this little quick lunch bite spoke to your soul today. And if this episode made you laugh, exhale, or whisper, girl, me too. Same. How did you see me? Did you read my mail? Would you please do me a favor? Would you forward this to a friend? Leave a little comment or reply. I love hearing from you guys. I love it. We're in this together. Awkward, untrendy, and holy all at once. You're already enough. And would you do me the biggest favor that could show Eighth and Grace podcast and What About This on Fridays the most love? Leave a quick review on Apple or Spotify. Those 5 stars mean more than you will ever know. And it helps more women be able to find this grace soaked corner of the internet. And if you want to hear more of my quirky words and read, and hopefully something that you can have to hold on to and glean to, you can subscribe to my Substack for weekly encouragement and a little holy mischief. I always drop new email newsletters on Friday, and I'm working even from my um, website to start a newsletter from there. And if you want to keep the conversation going, tag me at Brandy A. Dawson on Instagram and use the hashtag Eighth and Grace so I can see what God's doing in your story. Always, you can DM me. I'm so thankful for you. I want to hear what you have to say. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. We can be awkward, trendy or untrendy. We're all holy and all at once. You belong here. Until next time, friends. Bye.